Every pickup, SUV, or off-roader you see today owes something to one name: International Harvester. Decades before the term utility vehicle even existed, International Harvester had already written the rulebook. But some still doubt that its line of pickup trucks are the best to ever exist. So we are here to clear your doubts. Get ready for your best history class yet, and you're welcome. If America ever had a single machine that defined its work ethic, it's the pickup truck. More than a vehicle, it became the backbone of an economy, an engine that carried the nation from dusty farms to the heart of modern industry. In the early 1900s, the light-duty truck solved a costly problem: moving goods efficiently. Replacing horse-drawn wagons with motorized haulers cut transport costs nearly in half, freeing up capital and stabilizing food prices. That shift didn't just help farmers, it fueled the growth of cities and factories. The pickup became a bridge between rural fields and urban progress, hauling everything from crops to construction tools. Over time, it evolved into more than transport. It was a mobile workshop, a dependable coworker, and a family hauler, all rolled into one. The pickup idea didn't just move goods, it moved the entire auto industry's center of gravity. Once automakers realized how profitable light trucks were, the game changed. While sedans fought for thin margins, pickups delivered big returns with simpler engineering and sky-high demand. Manufacturers leaned in, refining the body-on-frame design until it became an art form. Stronger, lighter, and endlessly adaptable. Hydroformed steel rails replaced bulky welds, boosting rigidity without adding weight, while tougher suspensions and brakes pushed towing and payload limits higher every decade. Yet this shift wasn't just mechanical or financial, it was cultural. And it started with the guys who had always had America at heart. We are about to get into the real deal. But just to take a moment to like this video, share and check if you have really clicked that subscribe button. Now, back to business. Before the pickup truck became America's favorite tool, International Harvester was already busy reshaping how the country worked. This merger of McCormick and Deering wasn't just another manufacturer. It was industrial consolidation at its smartest. With backing from power players like Rockefeller, the company had the money, the muscle, and the mission: mechanize the farm. Tractors, harvesters, threshers, everything was built to replace sweat with steel. But farms didn't stop at the fence line. Machinery needed transport, and the roads outside the barn were brutal. International Harvester realized early that to truly modernize agriculture, it needed to attend to that one pressing need that every farmer in America didn't know they had. You guessed right. 1907 comes and International Harvester finally rolls out the unexpected, a machine that looks half carriage, half revolution, the International Auto Wagon. Calling the Auto Wagon the godfather of utility is no mistake, because International Harvester didn't invent the pickup by accident. It engineered it on purpose. This was the beginning of all things pickup truck. It wasn't built for the city, it was built for mud, ruts, and reality. Those 44-inch solid rubber wheels gave it nearly 18 inches of clearance. Basically, the original lift kit. The two-cylinder engine, tucked under the floor, pushed around 20 horsepower through a chain drive that could shrug off abuse for years. Air-cooled or water-cooled, depending on the model, it didn't care what the terrain threw at it. It wasn't about speed. 25 miles per hour was plenty. It was about durability. Farmers could fix it themselves with basic tools, and that simplicity became its superpower. The Auto Wagon's layout, a bench seat up front, open tray out back, quietly drew the blueprint for every pickup to come. In a world of soft-bodied cars, International Harvester built something honest, a machine that worked for a living. The Auto Wagon defined a category, the category of trucks built for one thing only: hard work. Models like the MW could carry 800 pounds, while later versions like the Model M hit the half-ton mark. These weren't repurposed cars, they were purpose-built trucks, sold through International Harvester's massive dealer network that already kept America's tractors running. No one needed to declare that International Harvester had indeed hit the nail on the head. Still, by the mid-1930s, International Harvester faced a new challenge. The company had already proven that a truck could be built for work. Now it had to prove that work could look good. The light truck market was heating up fast, with Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge wrapping capability in style. To compete, International Harvester had to evolve beyond square edges and farm-first design. And that brought in the C-Series, its first serious bid to modernize. The C1 pickup traded its boxy, utilitarian form for smooth, Art Deco lines, rounded fenders, and the now iconic V-shaped grille, design cues pulled straight from the era's streamline obsession. It wasn't about vanity, it was about signaling progress. The cab sat lower, the proportions were cleaner, and for the first time, An International Harvester's truck looked like it belonged both on a farm road and a city street. But the transformation went deeper than sheet metal. The C-Series introduced an all-steel cab, improving both rigidity and crash safety, and in 1936, hydraulic brakes. A major leap that arrived 3 years before Ford caught up. Under the hood sat the International Harvester's own 6-cylinder Economy 6, tuned for reliability, torque, and everyday drivability. Combined with wider doors, better ventilation, and a smoother ride, it finally made the pickup feel less like farm equipment and more like a vehicle you could live with. Over 76,000 units rolled out between 1934 and 1937, so there were no questions about whether or not it was a success. The C-Series had proven that a truck could look as good as it worked, but International Harvester wasn't done evolving. By 1937, International Harvester had learned that form could sell function. So the pre-war D-Series arrived not just as an update, but as a declaration that utility could look sophisticated. The once industrial silhouette of International Harvester trucks gave way to curved steel, a two-piece V-shaped windshield, and a rounded all-steel cab that looked every bit as modern as it was durable. From the half-ton D2 to the 4-ton D40, these trucks were refined yet rugged. Machines that felt as at home on the farm as they did in the growing cities. Their versatility and engineering strength meant that they were useful even for wartime service, and the Australian military fleets took advantage of this. 3 decades later, the badge returned with an entirely different mission. The post-war light line, launched in 1969, wore a squared-off, muscular design, echoing the Scout's utilitarian stance, and pushed versatility as its defining strength. International Harvester could no longer afford lavish redesigns, so they leaned into adaptability, offering one of the industry's broadest selections of transmissions, wheelbases, and chassis configurations. This was simply strategic recalibration, a way to make one platform everything to everyone, from fleet buyers to independent operators. Among its innovations stood the Travelette, the world's first crew cab pickup, refined into a fully standardized 4-door layout that redefined practicality. And in 1971, International Harvester added something unheard of: a rear-wheeled Bendix anti-lock braking system. It was expensive, rarely ordered, and years ahead of its time, but it was proof that they hadn't stopped thinking and executing. Naturally, the curtain fell on the Lightline era, and International Harvester had to get to the drawing board again. The American driver was evolving, looking for something that could handle both work and weekend escapes. Rather than refining the pickup again, International Harvester made a decisive pivot. The result was the Scout, an entirely new idea in motion, and it didn't disappoint. This 1961 brilliant idea was designed as a direct challenger to the civilianized Jeep CJ, but it went a step further. Its steel body, removable top, and sturdy frame delivered rugged dependability, yet its proportions and enclosed cabin promised it would serve a different purpose: comfort and daily use. This wasn't just a tool for farms or construction sites, it was a vehicle that fit life's broader rhythm. The early Scout 80 and later 800 models reflected this shift perfectly. They featured a fold-down windshield, modular roof options, and a reliable 4-cylinder engine that could tackle rough trails without losing composure. Inside, IH began to soften the edges. Better seating, improved ventilation, and a more refined dashboard all suggested a subtle transition toward the lifestyle vehicle. These changes helped the Scout bridge a crucial gap: tough enough for work, comfortable enough for family, and stylish enough to park anywhere. The 1971 Scout 2 pushed the formula further. With its longer wheelbase, V8 engine options, and available air conditioning, it blurred the line between truck and passenger car. The long wheelbase Traveler variant expanded the idea into a family-ready adventure platform, offering cargo space and comfort once unheard of in a 4x4. Unfortunately, financial pressures, not product weakness, ended the Scout story by 1980, and with the International Harvester's run in the pickup truck market. Yet its legacy endures. The Scout defined what a sport utility vehicle could be: practical, adventurous, and personal. Every modern SUV, from the Bronco to the Suburban, owes more than a little something to this one machine that turned utility into lifestyle. Though the nameplate is gone, International Harvester's influence is written into every pickup and SUV on the road today. The 1907 Auto Wagon laid the groundwork. The Travelette redefined practicality with 4 doors, and the Scout shaped the SUV before anyone had the name for it. International Harvester continually redefined what a utility vehicle could be: They didn't just chase markets, they created them, and that dream spilled into other global manufacturers who took the core idea and scaled it for their own roads and economies. Datsun introduced the first compact truck to US showrooms in 1958. Toyota followed with the Stout, and by 1968, the Hilux had perfected the formula. Smaller, tougher, and astonishingly durable, these trucks carried International Harvester's spirit from Tokyo construction sites to African farmlands. International Harvester's original blueprint, a simple, rugged machine with a separate cargo bed, has become a universal language of utility. What began as an American workhorse has now found itself reborn on every continent. So if you're still doubting if it is the GOAT of pickup trucks, do tell us who you really think it is. See you in the comments!